Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event.
Oh, yeah!
Are you ready?
And now, broadcasting live from Wrestling-News.net and brought to you by Spreaker, it's Main Event Madness. You can call into the show by calling 305-600-4708. And now, here are your hosts for tonight's show, Al Merriman and John Curry.
All right, guys, we are live, and it's a little bit off of cue today, that's for sure. I don't know what time it is. Actually, we do know the time.
It is 10:30.
All right, we're an hour early. We'll say it that way. Right? Let's fuck with all these guys. We're an hour early to our own show, and it's Alfonso Merriman with John Curry going nuts here. And it's tough because I don't have this shit printed out here. But all right, guys, we have a jam-packed show. Today is the very first time, very exciting time for Main Event Madness, as you, the fans, could be a part of the show. And the number we got is very easy to remember, and a great number to, may I add, is 305-600-4708, 305-600-4708. And if you want to call live and talk some wrestling, some NBA, some NFL,
some baseball,
patriotism, Raw. I don't even know what happened on Raw, but the Deflategate, Daniel Bryan. You want to talk to me? You want to talk to them? You want to talk to John? You want to talk to yourself? Just come on and give us a call at 305-600-4708.
Again, that is 305-600-4708. And Al, you know what it practically is, right?
Oh, here we go. You and your little...
Oh, yeah!
305-600-4708. That is the number. Call in, pick our minds, yell at us, argue with us, do whatever. Hit us up on Twitter, at John MEM Radio, at Al... No. At John MEM Radio is my Twitter handle, and Al's is
You got to get that shit right. At Al Me Madness. That's right, folks. I have one of the best Twitter handles out there. Get to know it, get to love it, because over 5,000 of you already do. We have a good show. We're jam-packed, and I want to remind you, for you newcomers, we are the best thing on Thursday nights. We're taking over Thursday nights. It's Main Event Madness. We air live every Thursday night. Normally at 9:30, but today we're coming to you at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, and we'll go as long as I'm willing and able, and I don't fall asleep, and I don't think I am, because I don't have any of my vodka's gone. I only got a big glass of water with Dr. Seuss 3D. If I was drunk, I'd be tripping out right now. That's how cool my cup is. But all right, guys.
Bright and yellow.
And again, please, we're breaking ground today. We're still working on the site, but it's very badass that you're able to give us a call. Again, that number is 305-600-4708. Did I get it already?
You got it right.
All right, sounds good. We're going to tweet that out now. We're definitely here in multitask mode. Before we continue, John, I think we got to do something. We got to apologize for you guys. I wanted to be here from 9:30, which is... I had some personal issues, and we did not want to do a show, if that makes sense. We wanted to still do a show and provide some content tonight. So I got John out of his throne, and he was able to wake up again, and we're doing the show now. So thanks to John.
Hey, actually, I've been awake the whole time. Thank you, sir. I was actually getting ready to go play some Grand Theft Auto because I haven't played it in like 2 months.
Yeah, put that crap on the back. You're going to have enough nights here coming up to where you can play that thing.
The next two, as a matter of fact.
All right, guys. So this show, it's going to be jam-packed. And again, maineventmadness.com is coming back soon, but this is big stuff that we finally got this number, and we're very excited. Feel free, again, to give us a call whenever you want, 305-600-4070. Let's get right into it, John.
Al, does it make you feel like it's more of a radio show now?
Oh, yeah. It feels like people could call in and, talk to us and, hate us, love us. I want to hear the feedback. I want to hear other people's voices besides my own. And let me tell you, if you guys don't have the guts, I'm calling you guys out. So
are you guys tough enough to call in the Main Event Madness? Hashtag MEM tough enough.
There you go. You could always chat with us in the chat room at speaker.com/Main Event Madness. I'm tweeting this out right now so you guys can give us a call. All right, John, what's our first topic here? Because I don't have this printed out tonight.
Well, we actually have an audio clip.
Oh my! This is like a professional show. If we weren't late today, we'd be, doing some big things.
Some sad news on Monday Night Raw this week, guys, and for that, we're going to the video footage, or in this case, audio footage.
How long have you guys been treating me like I was something special, huh? How long? It seems like it's years now. It's years that you guys have been treating me way better than anybody in the back has ever treated me. And that's why it was so crushing to me last year, almost exactly a year ago, when Stephanie came out here and stripped me of my WWE World Heavyweight Championship. But the hard thing for me to admit, even as you guys are yesing right now, is that Stephanie was right to do it. Because no one knew how long I would be out. I was hurt, and I couldn't defend the championship. And if you guys deserve anything, you guys deserve a fighting champion. Which is actually why I asked to come out here tonight. I had an MRI last week. They don't know how long I'll be out. They said maybe weeks, maybe months. They said I might never ever be able to wrestle again.
All right, guys, that was DB making the WWE look like geniuses now, because everybody wanted him to become the World Heavyweight Champion again at WrestleMania.
Except those of us that were rooting for Roman Reigns. Thank you very much.
So then this happens. It's literally almost a year
to the day.
To the date. That is shocking. And Daniel Bryan has a strong following and very. He's one of those guys that you want to see succeed after the last year he had. Now he's injured again. Man, this wrestling business is no joke. It's pretty hard.
Oh, but it's fake.
So what are your thoughts on it, John?
Depressing to say the least. I mean...
You think this is going to be like...
I don't think he's coming back.
He shouldn't come back. I mean, there
were glaring similarities between that promo and the promo with Edge a couple weeks after WrestleMania 27.
But what's weird about it, he didn't get as emotion. Daniel Bryan's always, worn his emotions on his sleeve. and he really didn't, which made me believe that he's just going to get fixed and come back. So it's one of those things that, hey, I think we all want to see him back. I think we all want to see him back. But man, he's already proven he's a superstar. It's like, to what extent? What if this guy gets injured in the ring and he's done for? You think that he should risk coming back?
I don't think
want to see him wrestle again, but do you think it's worth it?
No. Because, how selfish do you have to be to, selfishly, I'd love to see CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Edge, Stone Cold Steve Austin, all these guys wrestling, Batista, all these guys wrestling that have either other career ventures, The Rock, or guys that are physically unable to compete. But, at what point do you have to just be like, you know what? Look at Edge. He is beyond happy right now. He walked away from wrestling so he didn't have to live his life in a wheelchair, and he's able to live his dream in another way, starring on Haven. I don't know if the show's still going or not, but look how things are going now. Isn't he getting married to Beth Phoenix or something soon? And he and Beth had a baby, so
Who was that, Edge?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there were that.
I thought I saw something about them getting married. I might be wrong on that.
I know they hung. Maybe it might be true. They've hung out a lot, and it does sound kind of like something that is going on between the. Yeah, you do want to see these guys, but to what extent? At some point, you got to say, all right, this is it for me, and it's crazy that it happened. Almost a year to date, almost the same way. It's just one of those things that it's like, holy shit, what's going on with Daniel Bryan, and you don't want to see him get injured.
No, because you have to have a little bit of humanity in you, and want to see he and Brie have a life together. If any of you watch Total Divas, you can't go 5 minutes on that show without the Bellas talking about kids. So obviously they want to have kids, and I'm sure Bryan wants to be able to play with his kids and raise his kids, and he can't exactly do that if he gets injured with his neck and is confined to a wheelchair.
It just doesn't make sense, to do that. At the end of the day, it is just wrestling, and it's not worth your life. Or let's say it's not even that is his life. It's just we see so many of these older guys in wrestling. Bruno Sammartino's a sick freak of nature, and he's still walking around. But there's other guys out there that are all banged up and really suffering because they push their body way too far. Just way, way too far. So I wish him the best. I hope that he can recover. Oh, my God. I want to shoot myself in the ass.
We'll talk about this in a minute here. But
yeah,
you know what, though?
Guys, I just got some news that is devastating. And, this night has been pretty shitty for me as this got a little bit worse. All right, so do you want to break the news to them? Because I really don't even want to talk about it.
Yep. There we have it, guys. Signed, sealed, and delivered. The Cleveland Cavaliers are heading out to the Eastern Conference Finals, defeating the Bulls tonight. And we have Game 6 right now of the Clippers. And, well, that answers one of the questions that I had on here. Will the Clippers advance to the Western Conference Finals tonight? We will find out probably around the time that we're getting off the air tonight. So if that game ends, which I doubt it will because it didn't start till 10:30, but if by chance it ends before we get off the air, we'll break that to you guys. But I'm a little depressed because I was buying into the whole D Rose phenomenon. He was finally healthy, finally playing like the god that they all said he would be, but just didn't happen, But let me just say this: a Bulls team that had D Rose for like a week before the season ended, and the playoffs made it almost to the Eastern Conference Finals. What would a Bulls team with D Rose the entire year if he's healthy?
Oh yeah,
that just sounds like you just picture it and it's nasty. nasty in the best way possible.
I'm still not over the fact that the Heat are not in this thing. It is disturbing.
Well, here, you know what though? I am rooting for the Hawks. So
I don't see any scenario where the Cavaliers do not advance to the finals. Like, it's done. They're going to the finals. There's not any other team out there that could beat this team.
are we gonna?
And it sucks because Kevin Love is not even playing.
But they got to get past. They got to get past the team that now has a healthy John Wall or a very, very dynamic Atlanta Hawks team.
He is back? I heard he was injured for like a few games.
No, he where was it? We'll just cut the injury report out tonight, or at least this part. John Wall did return to the lineup last night, but the Wizards lost Game 5. The Hawks have a 3-2 lead heading into Game 6 tomorrow night. So
Now, Paul Pierce is in the Wizards, right?
yes, sir.
You heard what he said? Did he see what exactly happened there?
You got to be more specific because this douchebag's been doing nothing but running his mouth.
So, exactly, right? So this freaking guy, I believe there's 9 seconds left where you guys have been living underneath the rock. And every time I say that, I always think about the rock with that statement, and it's not right.
You are nasty, man.
All right. Well, living underneath the rock, some of those ladies like that idea. And some of you men, too, I know. Swing, bada, bada, bada.
Damn!
All right, guys, so I was
no.
saying that Paul Pierce ran his mouth a little bit too early. He hit a three-pointer. There was 9 seconds left. And he looks at the Hawks bench and says, oh, jeez. There's a lot of news coming out. We'll get some more about So John Wall was saying, not John Wall. Paul Pierce goes to the bench and says, that's the series. And then that few seconds later, the Hawks hit the game winner. I don't know who the hell it was that hit it. But it's just shut him up, and I thought it was a good story. And it was so. Let's just move on. I feel like I'm rambling here.
All right, well, let's go back to Daniel Bryan here really quick. I mean, I feel like
God, he's always injured.
that's messed up. But you know what? I mean, selfishly, it'd be awesome to have Bryan there. But I mean, I got two comments. One, does it not feel like that Dean Ambrose took his spot? Not in a selfish way, greedy way, but they put Dean Ambrose in Bryan's spot a little bit. Because he's one of the premier baby faces, and he's over with the crowd like Bryan was.
You know, it's kind of one of those. I feel like they.
Hey, nice parking lot, man. No wonder. Pick your computer up for a second. I want to see out there really quick.
That's the back.
No, I wanted to turn to your left. Are you in like a parking garage? No wonder why you ain't got a connection, dude.
The car. Dude, that's just underneath my building here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I've seen your apartment. So it's like the building's here, and then it's like a carport kind of thing.
Yeah. You see, we're Skyping, guys. So this freaking guy. You see what I'm saying? That's the main street, and that's the highway.
There's the highway. You could spit on the highway from where Al is right now.
Yeah.
Probably his apartment is a little bit better because you got a little bit more leverage.
Yeah.
Let's get a good old loogie.
I'm sure a lot of people have seen my naked self walking around the apartment.
That is very disturbing.
It's funny because like, yeah, you guys there? I'm like, please don't look into the house from the highway, please.
And then, of course, right after that,
Oh, yeah!
that's what she's thinking at first, and then she looks in the house, and then she's like,
What the hell?
That's funny as well.
put some clothes on, man.
Damn!
That's funny. All
But,
right, guys, just I know we lost track here. I'm getting hearts already on Periscope. We're doing a live radio show right now for you Periscope listeners and watchers. That's John. Yeah, you're being Periscoped right now. There you go. Deuces. We are live. You want to call in. The number is 305 305-600-4708. That's right, 305-600-4708. Give us a call. Talk some wrestling, some football, some
El football.
Deflategate. Do not call, and I'm telling you right now, you call and talk about LeBron James and the Cavs, I'm going to send you straight to the garbage hole. I don't even know what to say right now. You guys better not call in and talk, oh, LeBron James is God, and I don't want to hear it.
Hey, Al, can they call in and tell you about how it's...
Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
All right, but no, and my other thing I was going to say, it's weird to say it like this, but at least we're used to what a Daniel Bryan-less WWE looks like.
Well, that's true, because he's been injured all the time. And if you guys are just joining us, we're talking about Daniel Bryan and his injuries.
So you knew how I meant to word that, by the way. There you go. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of reminding me of Shawn Michaels a little bit, like 97, 98 before Shawn was out. Maybe that's what Bryan needs to do. Maybe Bryan...
He just needs a couple years off so he can come back a little bit stronger. At the end of the day, I think they forced him coming back anyway. So
look at Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy took time here and there at TNA, but I mean he was gone from WWE from 03 to 06. I mean he didn't wrestle the 6 years straight through, I don't believe. And I mean, hell, look at freaking Batista. Granted, he only came back for 6 months, but still.
Yeah, I mean, and Batista, he ain't a freaking wrestling guy. He doesn't like this. Phone number again for you, Periscope folks, 305-600-4708. We might have a call here soon. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I don't know what the hell's going to happen with DB. I wish him nothing but the best again. He's either going to be gone for 3 months, he's going to be gone for 6 months, he's going to be gone for a year. We don't know what's going to happen yet. It's still really up there, and we haven't received any new words on it. But as soon as we do, I'm sure wrestling-news.net will keep you hooked up.
And soon, Main Event Madness to come. Yes, exactly.
That's right, bitches. It's getting closer. June 1st, Main Event Madness returns better than ever.
And speaking of better than ever, so last week, Global Force Wrestling announced their roster. And like I said last week on the broadcast, it was a very lackluster roster. Now, we got a little bit more meat to this. A little bit more meat to go with the fat on this steak that is Global Force Wrestling. Jeff Jarrett had announced, among others, former guest of this show, Diamond Dallas Page, which you guys can go check that out on Spreaker.com/show.
After this show, you said.
After the show.
Yeah.
Head over to Spreaker.com, get over on our page, /show/Main Event Madison, check out our interview with DDP. Wow, I can hear myself.
Oh, man.
Hey, okay, we got a little bit of technical difficulties here, folks. Never mind, we're good. Well, maybe.
I'll fix it.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes, it is. I don't hear myself anymore. All right, so a very interesting one, and I'm going to leave this one for last. But TNA adds Cliff Compton, Sanjay Dutt, Tyrus, and the Young Bucks.
Interviewed, yeah.
And Tyrus, which is another alumni of Main Event Madness, and you guys can go check that out on my Spreaker.com/show/Main Event Madness after this broadcast is over with. Also, but a couple interesting ones, and the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks, who refused to go to WWE, refused to go to TNA, have signed open contracts, at least from what it looks like, with Global Force Wrestling. I mean, is that what they're going to be? You know, WWE is the land of the giants. TNA is the land, at least it used to be, of the X Division, the cruiserweights, or the light heavyweights. Is Global Force Wrestling going to be the land of the tag teams? You got a killer tag team division in Global Force Wrestling already.
Yeah, I mean, they are going that route. They got some great names, great tag teams that's going to be in Global Force Wrestling. And before I continue, Periscope people, I am signing off. Join us on Spreaker.com. Search our show.
Hey, we got a caller.
And
we got a caller.
305-600-4708. I'll do another one.
We got a caller.
So, all right, folks.
Hello, 256 area code. You are on Main Event Madness.
What's going on, guys?
How we doing?
This is Mark from the Communication TV show in the Big Bad, Alabama. What's happening?
Roll Tide, man. How you doing?
I hear you, brother. I hear you. Hey, man, you guys talk about everything, don't you? Wrestling and Periscope and everything.
Wrestling, Periscope, the NFL, the NBA, the Major League Baseball. Hell, I mean, Al's yelled at me for going to see the Avengers. So I mean, we've talked movies, TV shows. I mean, it's. I mean, it's like our.
Doing, man. I like seeing some kind of interaction connected to Periscope. It's pretty cool.
See, I'm being owned with this right now because I was telling Al last week before the broadcast last week, and I was like, oh my God, this Periscope thing, man. I'm like, this is the stupidest thing ever. I'm like, it's just another Skype.
Crap about it, but I'm using
it is
motivational stuff. I'm living
it's blowing up everywhere.
So when did you first find it? Last week?
No, Periscope. About a couple weeks now. A few weeks now.
Weeks. I found it last week, and I already have a TV show here locally on local cable. It's like a variety show.
That's awesome, man.
Everything from like monkeys, musicians, and politicians is what we say, you know. And I've been the only local show that's actually streamed the show on Facebook every week. So I just post a link on there, and I'm the only local show that does that in this region for some reason. So I'm able to say I'm the only social media show now. I'm freaking out because I can do all kind of crap that hadn't even figured out yet, you know.
Yeah, and there's another one. Have you heard of Meerkat? MEER. Oh,
yeah,
man,
I heard about Meerkat when I learned about this. I heard about this on National Business News, looked it up, saw what it was, loaded it, and then heard about Meerkat. And I saw the differences, and they said the Periscope's a lot better.
What is the difference between? What is the difference between Periscope and Meerkat? Like, Al, does this mean I'm getting older when I'm not understanding like all the new social media shit coming out?
This is not good, John. I mean, they both essentially do the same thing. People are just going to Periscope. I don't know. It's a platform.
So,
I think, right?
So like for the video chat and stuff, they're like MySpace, Facebook, and people are going to the Facebook one instead of MySpace.
And essentially.
God, we're old when we got a MySpace reference in 2015.
That's right.
It's my belief that this is gonna take over social media. I mean, it's too crazy. You know, I mean, there's so many things you can do with this that we don't even know yet. You know?
It's great. I saw a Periscope live from London the other night. The guy was just sitting.
Yeah.
I believe it was underneath the London Bridge, just sitting there, and it was amazing. The quality of the video was just sitting there looking at this big multi-million-dollar yacht, and it's so powerful. You can do family stuff on here because you can block people, or make it private, or you can do business stuff like your show getting some treading. That's pretty badass.
Or Main Event Madness Radio.
That's right. That's right.
I love it, man. I like what you guys are doing because it connects in a different way. And you're the first one I've seen doing this. So that's cool.
Awesome. I appreciate your call. I really do.
Absolutely.
Try to follow us, man. I'm following you so I can keep up with what you guys are doing. And I'm just kind of in an experimental stage, so I'll put out some funny stuff and I'll put out some, TV content. I've got a friend that's got giant rattlesnakes. I mean, we're going to show all kind of stuff, man.
All right, so what is it? Your handle? John's going to write it down.
Community TV2.
Community TV2, and that's on Twitter and Periscope?
Yeah, TUBE, Community TV Tube. And but you can also look me up by my name and find Community TV Tube that way. But you'll find it under that. And that's the Twitter handle.
All right, awesome, man. I'll definitely hit you up, and
absolutely,
and we'll talk a little bit more off the air, and see how we can just help each other out for sure.
Hey, I hear you. Let's help cross promote, man. Y'all hang in there.
Absolutely.
You too, man. Kick some ass.
Thanks for calling in, man.
Thank you. All right, man. That was our first caller. Pretty cool. Pretty exciting.
Our first caller.
305-306-4708. We're expanding, baby. Periscope's the shit.
Our first live caller during a broadcast in almost a year since we left Blog Talk Radio.
Isn't that amazing?
It's crazy. But you know what, though? You know what else is crazy? Dive headfirst right back into this. Tyrus has joined Global Force Wrestling.
Which is weird.
Because Dixie told TNA Talent they're not allowed to compete with in GFW on their off days. But now does this mean between now and when GFW tapes or airs their tapings next month, is Tyrus going to be leaving TNA? Could there be a stipulation with Kennedy or with Anderson and EC3, maybe where if EC3 loses, Tyrus has to leave TNA or something like that?
I don't know, or maybe his contract is ending at the particular time where he could go off in GFW. John, put your video on. I don't know if you got my text.
It is. Oh, whoops, it's not.
Yeah, all right. So, yeah, guys, I mean, we had Tyrus on the show.
Tyrus, you need to come back on.
Yeah.
Clarify this for us.
I'll hit him up. I still got his cell phone. And we'll see what the hell's going on. Can't talk about it, but what I'm thinking is he keeps on promoting this shit out of EC3 out of nowhere. Like, promoting it. I don't know if you've been following him on Facebook and whatnot. I don't want to give any speculation out because he's a buddy of the show, so we'll see what happens. I think it's a contract thing where his contract is ending at the right time, and he's able to do this GFW.
I'm happy for him if that means he's getting out of TNA.
Well,
it's looking like a sinking ship, dude.
I know how miserable it is for the guys who work for that company because you know, if you are a part of the internet wrestling community, you know how much stuff's going where the management's not paying on time and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, it's a paycheck for them.
Right.
And it sucks if TNA goes under.
You know, Dixie is getting desperate. Like, I saw a report the other day, Dixie held a meeting over the weekend with TV tapings or something, and told the talent, don't pay attention to any wrestling news sites or any websites that have anything to do with TV ratings. Don't listen to what the ratings are because well, we have information that they're not privy to. Like, just woman up.
The fact that you have to have that type of meeting just shows that you're so
desperate,
out of touch.
It's not even that she's out of touch. She's desperate. She's trying to save her brand, and you know, I can kind of respect that, but at the same time, even the captain of the Titanic realized the ship was sinking after it hit the iceberg.
Well,
that's a very deep reference.
Even Destination America's, we've heard stuff that they may regret. We don't know the whole.
Fuck this, we're done.
Behind it, but
Destination America's looking at them like, we're done.
What did we do here, Billy? Like, I thought you said this was going to be good for Billy.
Well, this here wrestling worked over on Spike TV and over on that there USA Network.
Yeah, man, I knew Dixie Carter has some nice, beautiful long hair, but geez, man, that could have sold. I mean, seriously, I don't know what the hell's.
When you told us we were getting somebody with long hair, we thought we were getting Dixie. It turns out they just gave us Mike Tenay.
That's so wrong. And he doesn't even have long hair anymore. It's just it's kind of fading away, folks.
Yep.
That's funny,
That's
guys.
the worst
All
part.
right, guys, we're live from everywhere and anywhere. Follow us everywhere, guys. Let's keep on going on with this amazing... Oh, sorry, I got so much shit going on here. It's funny, I'm going back to my Skype. All right, guys. Next.
Well,
let's do some media. We're going to promote the shit out of us. All right, so guys, just follow us everywhere, man. This is what I challenge you guys to do. Go Google, and I did it today, John. I didn't tell you. And
God.
Search Event Madness. And you'll see how many damn websites that little term has been on. And John and I have been a part of it. So Main Event Madness, search us, and you're going to find us everywhere.
There we go. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties there with you, Mr. Merriman.
That happens all the time.
It does. It wouldn't be Main Event Madness. We say it every week if there wasn't some form of technical difficulties. Follow us on Twitter, at John MEM Radio, at Al Me Madness.
Me Madness, that's right.
Follow Wayne Daly, head reporter of Wrestling-News.net at WN_net. Follow the MEM analyst. We don't say what he's the analyst of. He's just the analyst. At MShiz90. We got a bunch of columnists coming from Main Event Madness. If you guys love seeing opinion pieces, you guys are going to love some of these stuff we got. We have a debut column that we're going to have up. It's from a buddy of mine, Chris Lugo. He used to help me out years ago when I had a little radio show called Wrestling Access Radio. Nobody heard about it because it was gone in the blink of an eye. It was that bad. But, you know, He helped me out then. He's helping us out now with a column. So you guys follow him at CJLugo112. And I'm just...
We also have...
Facebook.
Well, I don't want to give everything away. We're going to have a special feature, Health Tip of the Week.
Yes.
With a very special... badass person. You guys are not going to want to miss it. You help the gurus out there. So we're going to be expanding in a lot of different avenues, guys. And our columnists are not only going to be about wrestling. The site's not only going to be about wrestling. Wrestling, we love it. It's going to be up there as one of our main topics. But we are going to be covering the NFL, NBA,
It's about a 60-40
MLB.
wrestling to sports.
Yeah.
About a 60-40. 60-40, 70-30, somewhere in there.
Yeah, we just want to get more contact on the site. We want to get all you sons of bitches because we love you guys.
Wow. Hey, guys, follow us, you sons of bitches. Follow
That's right. You follow us because it's going to be worth it. And we appreciate the over 200,000 listens we've had because of you guys. So thank you so much.
Also,
all right, guys, we're going to hit up a commercial break if and only if John's ready to hit that play button.
I am, but for you guys living in the tri-state area who have access, I don't remember what channel it is. I should have got prepared for this. But if you guys can view Legends TV also on madhousetv.net and legendstvnyc.com, check out Legends TV this week. You will view and see our brand new commercial airing live on Legends TV. Evan Ginsberg's Legends TV this Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern, madhousetv.net and legendstvnyc.com. So that's going to be pretty badass to have a brand new commercial that if you guys go to our YouTube channel, you guys have seen it. If not, well, the new mofos are missing out. But, like Al said, I'm rambling, so we are going to a commercial break. When we get back, Raw, and we have an absolute breaking story about Deflategate. God forbid, couldn't be involved in something. We'll be back. Coming June 1st, a website not just for sports, not just for wrestling, but for madness. Main Event Madness. That's right, folks. MainEventMadness.com is relaunching June 1st, 2015. This website will have everything. Wrestling news, sports news, columns, shopping, videos, and much more. You're not going to want to miss this. MainEventMadness.com returns Monday, June 1st, 2015. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Looking for quality wrestling news with an international flair? Looking for results and news from around the world? Look no further than Wrestling-News.net. Wayne Daly and his crew have you covered from top to bottom, from WWE to TNA to the top independent companies from around the world. Check them out. Wrestling-News.net. So you decided to check out Main Event Madness, and now you want to know how you can get the latest news about the show, the hosts, guests, showtimes, and more? Well, the answer's simple. Facebook. Head over to facebook.com/maineventmadness and be a part of the hundreds who have already liked the page and are the first to know everything you could ask about Main Event Madness. Facebook.com/maineventmadness, the official Facebook page for Main Event Madness Radio. Want wrestling? Want sports? Want them all in one place? No problem. Check out Main Event Madness Radio. We have all the latest news, rumors, and results from all major wrestling companies and sports leagues, including WWE, TNA, NFL, and MLB, among others. Check us out today at Spreaker.com/show/maineventmadness, and beginning on June 1st, check us out at maineventmadness.com. Our wrestling, your sports, simply madness. Want to write a column, report news, a blog, or simply help out with the website? No problem. We're looking for reporters for sports, wrestling, and columnists. If interested, send an email and a resume to job@maineventmadness.com and join our team today. Main Event Madness is an equal opportunity employer. Please only send serious inquiries. The spam will not be read. All right, folks, we are back here. Main Event Madness. That 2 minutes went by in the blink of an eye. Call in, guys. You already missed the first one, so you will not be the first one to call in here. No, but call in the show, 305. Al is beyond ecstatic that I got a 305 number, which I got to tell you, buddy, the only reason it's a 305 number is because 239 wasn't available.
Thank God, because I would have kicked your ass.
No, you wouldn't have.
239. What are we, Fort Myers or in a retirement home? Freaking Miami, bitch. 305. you got to hit up that 305. I'm really excited that it's a 305. My wife is. Everybody's excited. So
I could have picked 315 like it is up here in Auburn where I am. Yeah, I know that's what I say about living up here. But nonetheless, guys, call in the show, pick our minds, argue with us, or give us some sweet loving. We love all of it. 305-600-4708. 305-600-4708. And call in and be a part of Main Event Madness. Once more, 305-600-4708.
All right, guys, then you broke up a little there, but not too bad. We have, I hate this topic, Monday Night Raw.
See, Al's becoming less of a wrestling fan. He wants more sports. I want more wrestling. I'm trying to say...
Not necessarily. I enjoy watching good wrestling. I do not enjoy watching what the WWE is doing, especially with the group like the New Day.
New Day rocks. New Day rocks.
What did I tell you like 5 months ago? We had a whole 20-minute discussion on how they came out to the ring and said, we're never going to dance. We're never going to prance. And that's all they do, to dance, prance. They look like a bunch of jackasses. I thought it was going to be the next coming of the Nation Domination. And we got the new coming of the New Day, I guess. I don't know. They did the opposite. So, yeah, I mean, there's certain aspects of Monday Night Raw that I simply can't stand. I am, however, intrigued by the main event at the pay-per-view. But that's... I mean, I'm not really too excited for this pay-per-view. I'm not like, oh, my God, I must see it. And if I don't see it, I'm going to miss something special. And I don't think anything special is going to happen. So, John, I think John's falling asleep over there.
I am not falling asleep. I just, needed a yawn. But anyway, and I'm not bored with the show, so don't get thinking that Al's going to try painting. I am not bored because there's an interesting note that a well-known producer and a top WWE superstar actually said something backstage that WWE needs to use Ambrose right, they're misusing him, and that they're missing the boat with him, and they need to change up what they're doing. That was a report that came out earlier this week, and I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence that a top WWE superstar and a top producer, I mean, some names I saw thrown around there, people were speculating who it might be, were Randy Orton and Road Dogg. But it's no... Huh?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Back the train up? What happened with them?
All right, so there was a report that came out earlier in the week that a top WWE superstar and a well-known producer was voicing their opinions in the back, saying that WWE is misusing Ambrose and that they're going to be missing the boat with Ambrose pretty soon. They need to start using him better. And it should be noted, Ambrose never spoke up about how he was being used. But that happens, and then the next week on Raw, this happened like 2 weeks ago, and the next week on Raw, Ambrose is thrown in the main event.
Well, hey, maybe somebody did. It's weird because they did shove a rocket up Dean Ambrose's ass.
Assets.
And then out of nowhere, I mean, I thought he was going to be the first champion of the three members of the Shield. I just don't understand. Maybe it was a talk, or maybe this is saw an opportunity to. I don't know how many more people are going to be involved in this match at Payback. I'm like,
hey, Kane was teasing a nine-man match.
I mean, they're gonna have Joey Mercury involved. No, I could see Triple H come out. It's gonna be a clusterfuck of a main event. And I don't know what else. It'll be kind of interesting to see. Like Dean Ambrose become champion and see what happens.
Here is your winner and new WWE champion,
Kane. Oh wait. Imagine if that happens. Kane becomes champion again. Yeah.
That's when we just sit here and think about what
the hell
is Al thinking.
Damn!
I still can't believe Kane is out there lugging around his old legs out there.
I got horrible news about Payback.
It's actually happening.
Besides that, my streak is over.
What?
37 months. My streak is over. 37 months in a row, 37 pay-per-views in a row I have seen for WWE. I have to work on Sunday. My streak...
Wait. I don't know if I'm more impressed that this is the first pay-per-view you're missing, or more impressed that you know the amount of pay-per-views you've watched.
No, it's more than 37, because there's a bunch of months I have 2.
37.75 pay-per-views in a row.
37.96413 pay-per-views.
Because I missed the last 2 minutes because I had to take a big old dump. I want to let you guys know how far apart I am from wrestling these days. And I'm going to show John.
To the right, a little bit more. Boobs! Sorry, Bella.
Can you see that?
Sorry, I saw Nikki Bella, and yeah, never mind.
You see that, right, John?
Yes.
Who's this?
That's Tamina.
Exactly. That's how far apart I am.
That's a really bad argument, because she's been gone for like the last year, so...
Yeah, but how long has she been back for?
A week?
Okay, so I don't feel that bad now.
No.
Okay. Alright, so I was embarrassed.
Well, you should be, but that's beside the point.
I mean, have you seen this picture? They look like 3 jackasses the New Days on WWE.com.
Look at freaking Woods. Like,
it looks like he's taking a dump.
He looks weird when he shaved off the beard and all that.
All right, so Monday Night Raw, what was the one thing that stood out? Obviously, the Daniel Bryan situation.
To me, it was simple. It was awesome that it was finally the Dean Ambrose show. I used the damn to censor myself, but it was the Dean Ambrose show.
They did show him as a strong at the end of the pay-per-view, at the end of Monday Night Raw. Oh, you know what my other highlight is? Is what the hell are they doing bringing back the Elimination Chamber? What the? Is that an... Let me ask you, I haven't read up on it. Is it an entire pay-per-view, or are they doing one special match?
Pay-per-view.
But like, I don't get it. Is it like Sunday or?
Yeah, it's 2 weeks from Sunday.
So they're having 3 pay-per-views within 6-8 weeks of each other.
Correct.
I don't have time for all this shit. It's too much.
I'll even do you one better. In 35 days, there will have been 3 pay-per-views.
Which means that John Cena will face Rusev another 3 times from this date.
Actually, the matches that have been talked about are an Elimination Chamber match for the vacated Intercontinental Championship, which that's huge, because it'll be the first time a singles title that isn't the WWE or World Heavyweight Championships will be defended inside the Elimination Chamber. Also, for all you video game fans out there, if you guys are fans of WWE 2K or SmackDown vs. Raw, you guys know where I'm going with this. For the first time ever, the WWE Tag Team Championships will be defended inside the Elimination Chamber.
That's pretty bad. I would want to see that.
And the way it worked in the video game was there would be two would start. Their tag team partners, one partner in one pod, one partner in the other pod,
so
and there's a second tag team in the other 2 pods. One partner in one in the other. What I kind of want to see them do is it be 6 tag teams. It start off the match, boom, 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 boom. You have other tag teams.
I would like that. I would like that concept better than having it like only 3 tag teams.
But I mean, what 6 tag teams does WWE have that they could do it with?
Bro,
you got
the New Age Outlaws.
No, this isn't 2005 where that would fly.
I just saw this shit last year, and I think like 2 days ago. They always come back and do a cameo somewhere.
No. All right, so we got The New Day, Kid and Cesaro, rocks. The New Day, Kid and Cesaro, the Lucha Dragons.
You date Tourette's.
I hate you. The Ascension.
Wait. Before we continue.
Do I have to sound the alert?
No. This is me rubbing it in your face because I can't stand seeing that fucking Yankee sign anymore. The Yankees lost to Tampa Bay.
Hey,
Woo!
guess
6-1.
what? Hey, guess what? You know the best part? We've lost 3 in a row, and we're still in first place.
Oh, that's
Bitch.
pretty good. I can't even fight that. But you know what's even better? The Marlins got rid of that shitty closer, and we got somebody new. We actually won a game and against the Dodgers yesterday.
Well, I mean, not every closer can be Mariano Rivera.
Well,
or Andrew Miller, who's a perfect...
this closer...
Huh?
No, go ahead.
I said not every closer can be Andrew Miller, who's a perfect, I believe, 13 for 13 with a staggering ERA of... You ready? You ready?
We need a drum roll on our show. Like, if all the shitty sounds you have, a drum roll would be exquisite.
A staggering ERA of 0.
That doesn't even make sense to me.
He hasn't allowed any runs, period.
Wait, that's a Yankee?
That's our closer, Andrew Miller.
You sons of bitches. Can we trade for him? Do you guys want something? I'll give you back the Japanese guy.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, sir.
I didn't.
Not so for you.
No, thank you. I didn't want him back this year to begin with. It'd be nice to have another Yankee hit 3,000 home runs in a Yankee uniform, but yeah, no. Hold on, I'm looking.
All right, so as he's looking at that up, guys, we're live, and guess what? We are making history for the first time ever, I think, on Main Event Madness Radio. You could give us a call.
Yes,
right?
Correct.
Yeah, that is correct. So 305-600-4708.
God, you were old. Yes.
Okay, 305-600-4708. Hey, what I'm doing is getting their attention. You saw that? I knew I was going to get John. He's like, what the fuck? All right, guys.
Can't stand this son of a bitch.
We're live, and we still got a bunch. We're going to be talking about the Deflategate. If you haven't heard the entire show, the start of the show, we talked wrestling just because, John loves starting the show with 37 topics on wrestling.
Because that's what we are. We're primarily a wrestling show.
Yes, I know, guys. I'm just giving him shit. But we talked about Daniel Bryan, Global Force Wrestling, adding a bunch of names. So you want to play that back later, go ahead. And now coming up, we talked a little bit about Monday Night Raw. We talked about the Cavs killing my hopes that they were going to lose tonight, but they won and they're going to the next round. We talked a little bit about Monday Night Raw, and now we got the Deflategate coming up. We got the rundown. I think we threw out the injury report this week. A little bit of Major League Baseball, and we're kind of doing that right now.
All right, so to make you feel like shit, he has 8 walks to 29 strikeouts and 3 hits this entire season.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, not everybody can have that and then have 20 years of Mariano Rivera before that.
All right, let me tell you, you guys are pretty lucky there.
Hey, you know what, though? We had some pretty shitty years to get some pretty kick-ass players. Pretty shitty years to where we can have the core 4 of Derek Jeter, Jorge Posada, Mariano Rivera, and Andy Pettitte. Plus Bernie Williams.
Florida Marlin. I think Posada, Florida. That's what happens when you're a Marlins fan. You get to see every single other team have one of your Marlins just play better than your Marlins.
Pettitte was never a Marlin.
Andy Pettitte?
No, he wasn't. Andy Pettitte was drafted by us, came up through our farm system, and was an Astro.
I really think you are incorrect.
I am willing to bet you $100, sir.
I might be wrong, but
hey, right now, guys, you're listening right now. I am willing to bet you.
No, you're right. You're right.
Exactly.
You're right.
I know
I'm confused.
You're thinking of Al Leiter.
Thank you.
I was gonna say, I bet you $100 right now.
When somebody says, "I bet you $100," just shut the fuck up and walk away.
Exactly. Especially when it's me.
Shit, yeah, especially because John only makes bets when he's certain.
Fucking
of winning.
A. Fucking A. You ain't betting when you're wrong.
Well, you gotta bet sometimes. You gotta be, you know.
Nah. When you
somebody's
know
gonna
you're
bet with you, so
wrong,
you're not winning anyways.
I'm 2-0. Except we didn't shake on the money. But you know. All right, so
So I think he was a Yankee his whole life.
he was an Astro for a couple years, but
Yeah, which was weird, right in the middle of his career.
well, what happened with that is there was something the Yankees messed up his contract or something like that, and Pettit wanted to go home. So he's a Texas boy, so he went home for 3 years, 3 years, and then came back to the Yankees for 5.
Beautiful.
Yep. I had too much time on my hands here, folks. All right, so Deflategate. If you guys have been living under a rock, Tom Brady had some team attendants deflate some balls in the AFC Championship game, and
Wait. Did it happen in the locker room?
we don't know.
I don't know. The balls were deflated somewhere.
Really? So I can't wait for this to be behind us, so we don't have to have a show where we have to talk about balls.
Sorry. I'm not even drinking tonight, guys.
Al and I are 15 at heart here.
This is what happens when you get a little bit delirious.
So Brady suspended 4 games. Pats are fined $1 million, which I'll give my thoughts on this. And they lose 2 draft picks. Al, are you satisfied?
I'm going to take the road that former linebacker Carlos Dansby of the Cardinals said in 2008. He felt that the Patriots tampered in a game where if they would have lost that game to the Cardinals, they would have been out of the playoffs. He says that he believes that Brady should be suspended, listen to this, for an entire year.
Yep, I agree.
If the deflation was happening and if he knew about it, Dansby also is pointing out that he has separate suspicions about the Patriots. So he's saying he knew about it, he lied about it. Why is he only getting 4 games? And why is he appealing? So it means they might cut it back to 2 because that's how the NFL works. And Roger Goodell is like, I'm going to look at your appeal. What the fuck? Sorry.
No, you want my opinion? You want my opinion? I think Goodell should have put his big boy pants on and realized that even your cash cow is in the wrong at some point here. What I think should have happened is that Brady should have been suspended for the entire season. I agree 1,000,000% with that linebacker. I forgot his name. I'm sorry.
Dansby.
Yes, I agree with him 100%. I think Belichick should be suspended for the entire season.
I agree. I mean,
Minimum.
I know there's not that much.
Minimum. Belichick should be on the hook for that $1 million team fine.
And it's funny because AJ Feely, former Miami Dolphin, witnessed the same thing. AJ Feely hasn't played for the Dolphins. I don't even think he plays NFL anymore. This was.
You're talking about Jay Feely, a kicker?
AJ Feely. No, there's Jay Feely, the kicker that we had on as a Dolphins. But AJ Feely, he was our starter. He looks like a little boy that never grew up. Literally, he's got a weird face. I don't know why I said that. That's kind of fucked up. But anyway, AJ Feely says he witnessed the Patriots use doctored footballs. Ex-Dolphins assistants rips Ted Wells, saying that he's not a good human being. There's a lot. My reason for saying that, there's a lot of people with a lot of opinions, and we could talk about this all day. And John, guess what? We will be talking about this again.
But nonetheless, here I firmly believe. Here
Hello?
that.
Yeah, I'm live. What's up?
Firmly believe here, guys, that Brady should have been out. I mean, at least 6 to 8 games. At least 6 to 8 games. And the fact that he's getting a 4-game suspension, like Al said, and he's only going to He's only going to get it reduced. I mean, let's be realistic here. I mean, Goodell presiding over the appeal. Come on, the Patriots are the NFL's cash cow. They're not gonna handicap their cash cow. They want Brady to play. And the 4-game suspension. I firmly believe the only reason he was suspended 4 games is because his first game back is against the Colts. You mean to tell me that the NFL's not going to promote the hell out of that? Come on. Let's be realistic here. Roger Goodell is far too obsessed with money and just making sure that his cash cow is okay. And, I mean, what I was saying with all these former players saying that Brady's tampered with these balls, it brings up a good point. How many times has this happened? I mean, how many times has Brady... I mean, bottom line is we know Brady and the Patriots reached in the cookie jar because they got caught with their hands in the cookie jar. I mean, we have no idea how many times they've reached in there and just never got caught. And that's the unfortunate part. Because how many Super Bowls between the Patriots and the Rams, and apparently not the Giants, because the Giants kick their ass every time they play them, but how many times do the Patriots, and especially against the Seahawks, I mean, well, I can't use the Seahawks because the referees and the umpires and everything were aware of the situation, so the umpires kept the balls. But how many of these Super Bowls did Tom Brady doctor the balls in? I mean, that's the one thing that unfortunately you can't go back and look at because it's just the way technology is. These balls will have deflated over time. It's not like there's something they could keep them perfectly pressurized from how they were 10, 12, 14 years ago to now.
And you know what's funny is, and I'm sorry about that earlier, guys. It's what happens when you got family. They're already talking about if he should be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, well,
absolutely not. And here's the thing: Goodell can preside over the appeals. Goodell can do everything he can to try to make Tom Brady look like the god that he is, but at the end of the day, he has no control over who's, at least to my knowledge, has no control who's inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well, especially, I mean, when he's not going to have the control because there's a bunch of people that vote on it and all that. He has, even if he had a vote, it wouldn't matter.
And unfortunately for Brady, it's one market against 31. And you mean to tell me that a good chunk of those 31 markets didn't gang up on the Patriots to try to catch the son of a bitch? Because guess what, motherfucker? You got caught this time.
But I'm going to tell you this.
I got hot over this because...
He's not the only team that's...
Oh, God, no.
That's the problem. The problem is that they got caught. The problem is that they're winning...
You want to bet that Brett Favre never did it?
7 Super Bowls.
You want to bet that Brett Favre never did it?
There's a reason why he lasted that long.
There's a reason he let fucking, let's see, Brett Favre.
Shit, what the hell is Peyton Manning doing? I'm just saying.
That's another one.
Right?
You don't know. Matt Ryan with the Hawks, the Falcons. I mean,
yeah, but he's losing games now. He's going to probably have to defend
Phillip Rivers
again.
Phillip Rivers.
That's a crazy story about Phillip. I don't think he's going to be there longer.
He might be a Jet. That was a trade I heard. No. I had a customer come in my store was telling me like a week or two ago that the Jets were looking to trade Muhammad Wilkerson for Phillip Rivers.
How high was your customer? Was he?
Listen, I live in I work in a mini ghetto.
Whoa, wait. Speaking of customers, do you remember what you told me this week? You texted me and said no cursing. You were gonna have a customer listen to your show.
Oops. Sorry, folks. Al started it.
Oh yeah, what was funny is that I text you back. I said, "Bro, no problem. I got you." I'm sorry.
Apologize for the language, folks.
Oh, yeah, that is pretty bad. All right, so let's keep it going. We only got a few minutes. Again, sorry about the delay with tonight's show. Let's get going. Let's hit.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit of TNA here. Jump around a little bit. Let's talk a little bit of TNA here. So we were talking about how fans and everything are talking bad about TNA. There's good reason for it. TNA was about to make history and be one of the few wrestling promotions that have ventured over to China for a international tour. Well, after announcing it, and slightly announcing it, I mean, the way TNA is saying is that, well, we didn't fully announce it. TNA had all the talent was all set to do it. Sorry. TNA was all set to do it, and then they cancel it. 2 weeks before the tour. They canceled it last week.
It just goes to show you that company's in disarray, and companies like House of Hardcore and GFW, they know how bad TNA is, and they know this is their opportunity to come in and say and get their spot. So, yeah. Sometimes you try to do things in life, and it's more difficult than what you think it's actually going to be. And I'm
That's
not
a very
two people.
That's a deep comment right there. I feel like I need a ladder. Somebody throw me a rope or a ladder.
Or both.
Or both.
Yeah, maybe both.
So Al can hang himself and then kick the ladder away.
Well, yeah, I think that's going to be great. Noose it up. I'm going to need a real thick rope.
We'll get you like those hanging ropes that we used to have in gym class.
Oh, I think that might work. I think that might work. I used to skip gym class, so I wouldn't have to do that.
Listen, my senior year of high school was badass. Like, I used to do the journalism there, and some days I'd have like 4 straight periods in the TV studio, which we had a mini TV studio in our high school.
Yeah, we did too. Yeah.
And I'd be just sitting there with a Pop-Tart and a bottle of juice from the vending machines, and I'd be in there for like 2-3 hours, and my teacher would ask me, "Oh, what are you doing?" "Oh, just getting stuff ready for my show." "Okay, what am I doing?" "Listening to K-Rock up here, drinking juice, eating a Pop-Tart, just looking on ESPN, doing fantasy baseball."
That's awesome.
But, yeah, it's unfortunate for all the talents, that are now scrambling for work next week when there was supposed to be a tour of China, but shit happens.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of guys, that were going to work that are trying to book now. It's very irresponsible of the company to do so, and it's 2 weeks prior, so I'm sitting here and thinking, some of these guys probably booked their flights. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just...
At least with the booking of the flights, you can change the date depending on the airline.
Yeah, you might get a credit depending on the...
You might get a credit, but you might get a credit, or at the very least, you might be able to change your destination.
Yeah.
And use it for a different flight.
That's difficult because these air companies are a pain in the
Southwest would have been a bitch. That's who we flew to, which cheap plug. I'm going to try to see if they could sponsor us. Southwest.
Southwest Airlines.
Some of the best flight attendants ever. Like, we got one more topic here, so I got a minute I can ramble here. We had some of the most sarcastic flight attendants. Like, the other ones just sitting there, like, making a mockery out of all the safety instructions.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
And then the other one, so me and Matt are bigger guys. And I'm a little bit bigger than Matt, but neither here nor there. So we're sitting there. I'm trying to cram, or me and Matt are sitting next to each other because we don't want some massive, like, big show kind of guy sitting between us. So I'm trying to cram my fat ass into the seat, trying to buckle myself in. And all of a sudden, the flight attendant, sorry guys, graphic language here. The flight attendant comes up, she looks at me, "Move over here." Like, what? We're trying to explain to her we don't want somebody. She's like, move over here. See, you can buckle in over here. Move over here. This is word for word. Like, she's not even meaning this, like, rudely. She's meaning it sarcastically. Move over here. Put your fucking shit on the seat. Fucking pretend somebody's sitting there. And then nobody will fucking sit there. This is word for word, guys. So sorry for the language, but Southwest was hilarious. So we're sitting there for like 5-10 minutes, like, please no, please no, please no. We don't want somebody sitting in between us. And finally, the line like kept coming. And finally, another flight attendant just walks up. Yep, all the seats are full back here, guys. You guys got to go sit or find seats up there.
That's funny.
Because they tried telling us that it was a full flight, and I'm like, hey, we might be able to get away with this because we were. I was 34, Matt was 35. We in our line or the boarding line. And we had one guy ahead of us, he was 31. 32, 33 never showed up. It's like, and so already it's like, all right, come on, we might have a chance to do this. But, yeah, so a little short story there. All right, really quick here before we get ready to wrap up here. Payback is this Sunday. What were you going to say?
Yeah, I was going to say, I wanted to hit Payback.
The match to watch. What match are you looking out for on Sunday?
I believe Neville and Wade Barrett are on a good show.
It will be.
But the main event, man, it's intriguing just because of the talent in that main event. There's so much history. I said it last week. Randy Orton, Ambrose. There's so much connection there that it should be. It's hard because the fatal four-way matches are typically a tough match to put on a good show. But I'm excited to see what these four guys do, and I'm excited to see the outcome of the match. But pure wrestling, I am fucking psyched about Adrian Neville. This is his first pay-per-view, right?
Yes.
First on the.
Yes.
Is it on the main card? I'm not even sure if it's on the main card. Is it the kickoff? I don't know.
Because the kickoff is the Ascension versus Macho Man now and Curtis Axel. But so
stupid.
There is a strong rumor, Al. We may the finish for the main event on Sunday may include
what?
Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
A Shield reunion. Oh, I saw a report. There are serious talks that they may reunite the Shield because they have John Cena, Randy Orton, and Brock Lesnar for this summer to build around as the major babyfaces, and they could afford to use Ambrose and Reigns as a heel.
It's funny because remember when they broke up? Ever since they broke up, they said that they will bring back the Shield.
Mm-hmm. And they said 2015. Yeah.
They said it'd probably be in a year, and this would be the time. So who knows? It'd be kind of cool if it finally happens where they take over a couple of the titles and
there were talks, and we've talked about it here on the show, that WrestleMania 32 may be a Rollins, Ambrose, Reigns triple threat for the World Heavyweight title. So
that's
a route we could go. Also,
before we go, I thought this was I was scrolling through ESPN right now, just to see the score of the Clippers game.
What's up?
Or was it Clippers Houston? Whatever the hell it is. They actually have an article about Daniel Bryan and him being injured, which is kind of
that's badass.
Unique. It says the title of it is Reality Bites Daniel Bryan. It says, for some reason, it's Daniel Bryan, Adam Rose, and Heartbreak in Pro Wrestling. I don't know why it says Adam Rose. I would have to read this. But yeah,
it's a tie-in with E60.
Oh, there you go.
But also another report here quick is we may get Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam for the WWE Championship.
I mean, we'll make
interesting to see how we get there without either one of them turning heels, since they're both freshly turned baby faces, and whether or not people actually want to see John Cena, Brock Lesnar 4, a.k.a. Orton Lesnar.
Hopefully that doesn't happen. One thing before we go, you saw the GFW. Looks like it's going to be a 6-sided ring. We got 2 minutes here left.
Yes.
What are your thoughts? I told somebody, James Holland, on Facebook, because I posted on this, and I said, you know what? I want to see somebody have the balls to come out with a 12-sided ring. He just started laughing. Yeah, fuck. I mean, why
not a decagon?
Yeah,
a 10-sided ring. Be like, fuck you, UFC. You have an octagon. We have a decagon, bitch.
That's right. I'm saying if you got the balls to do that, I'll watch your product.
A 12-sided ring.
So that's how I'm going to end the show. I want to see somebody have the balls to come out with the 12-sided ring.
All right, guys, this is going to do it here for us tonight on Main Event Madness, an abbreviated 75-minute edition of the broadcast. Next week, we have another name that has been revealed as a legend for Global Force Wrestling. We'll hit on that. Ronda Rousey, does she want to return to WWE? We will let you know. Also, Roddy Piper challenged to a fight after he talks trash to a Hall of Famer and then invites him on his podcast. Who's the Hall of Famer? We'll have that for you next week. Also, hopefully an injury report, and we're going to have a preview for NXT, or I'm sorry, not a preview, a review from NXT Unstoppable next Wednesday, and we're going to talk a little bit, especially after the Yankees have just been beaten 3 games in a row. Are the New York City baseball teams for real? That, and speaking of New York City, is Darren Williams leaving Brooklyn?
Wait, we're trying to hit that shit for
3 weeks now.
Yeah.
We will talk.
What we'll do is we'll hit all these topics off first thing at the beginning of the show. That way we don't miss it. That's what we're going to have to do next week. I'm putting you. I just formatted your entire show next week. You're welcome.
That's less work that I got to do. So, guys, hit us up on Spreaker, Spreaker.com/show/Main Event Madness. Al, check Facebook because I sent you a new logo/advertisement that I'm going to throw out there. All I got to do is add in.
It's good.
All I got to do is
change. Well, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Hit us up on Facebook, Facebook.com/Main Event Madness. Hopefully, in the very near future, we're going to have a merger of Facebook pages between my page, Main Event Madness, and Al's page, WrestlingNewsReport.com. These douchebags.
Bunch of dumbasses. Facebook.
Well, this is going to confuse your fans. Motherfuckers, no, it's not. They know what's going on.
So now it's a 14-day request. So we'll keep you up there. We should actually grab that entire thing and post it on Facebook, like a picture of what's our interaction with Facebook. It's comedy. It's comical.
It is
comical.
So basically, we have 16 days until the launch of MainEventMadness.com. We have a now 13-day waiting period for this, and then another 7-day waiting period to merge the 2 Facebook pages. So
stupid.
We'll have a Facebook page at some point here, folks. But that's going to do it.
We're going to be running 2 of them.
If not, we're going to be running 2 of them, exactly. Follow me on Twitter, at John MEM Radio. Follow Al, at Al Me Madness. Hit us up on iTunes, YouTube, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, and, of course, Spreaker.com/show/Main Event Madness. We are out of here. God willing, we will be back here with you guys next week here, next Thursday night, 9:30.
Yes, that's what we're hoping for.
And also, we will talk about next week, is Brock Lesnar in a video game? And
it looks like he is.
And is the NFL getting paid for patriotism? That's some bullshit right there, if that's the case. And also, it sounded like Al just had a hurricane going outside his door. But that's going to do it for the show, guys. Thanks for listening. Also, as a bonus, we have it up on Spreaker.com/show/Main Event Madness. We have an interview with NXT star Rhino. Check that out. And tell your friends and tell them that you guys can call on the show, 305-600-4708. Next week, 9:30 to 11. I'm going to put Al on the spot, 9:30 to midnight next week. I'm putting you on the spot.
I need to make. Well, what about all the other overtime for the past 4 weeks?
It was one show, and we have 2 months of no shows to make up for here.
All right, all right, guys. Thanks for joining. us live. I got to get the hell out of here.
Al may be getting hung. Question is it by himself?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's gonna happen.
I don't know if I should have.
Thanks a lot for your support.
I don't know if I should have made that joke. My bad if I wasn't.
We'll have to send you my address. All right, guys.
Have a great night, guys. Have a great weekend. We will see you back here on Thursday night. I'm rambling. Al's trying to get out of here. He's looking at me like, shut the fuck up so I can leave. Well, he just shut up on me. I'm out of here, guys. Al's out of here. Have a great weekend. Like I said, God willing, we will be back here with you next Thursday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Have a great night, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for joining us. Miss a part or all of today's show? No problem. Head over to maineventmadness.com where you'll find today's show as well as every show in our history. So once again, for all of us here at Main Event Madness, I'm John Curry. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you back here next time. Have a good one, everybody. So long.